right, Brooke's litter is 24 hours old. She kind of threw a temper tantrum last night a little bit. Like her cage was all messed up and like she threw a bowl and everything. So I'm hoping all is well. There's one, there should be 4 in here. Are we doing it? Okay. There's 4, all right, 4 lively ones. I was worried maybe she stepped on them. That she did have 5, but I think maybe the last one got stuck or something. But for this litter, I think the ones we really need to watch is this one, because it does seem significantly smaller than the rest. Mostly because it's gonna have to compete for food. And it does seem fed, but it's not like significantly fed like the others. So yeah, you can tell that one is definitely smaller. This one's obviously the bigger one. The solid, yeah, really all 3 of these are significantly bigger than that one. So that's what we're gonna be watching for. But these Charlie marked ones are really pretty. I like them a lot. Probably won't be keeping any of these just because I have a lot related to their grandpa and I've got a good promising litter coming, so they're probably not going to stay, but they're pretty either way. All right, you wouldn't know they're under here because Willow is a master at hiding them, but these guys are a week old. Yeah, there they are. She only had 3. She did really well. These guys are nippers. Look at how much bigger they are. These ones, I'm thinking will be Frosties. They're probably not ruby-eyed whites, just because they are white, obviously, but they're probably be a version of it, like a blue Frosty. Hey guys. You guys are so close to having your eyes open. I think that one's darker. We shouldn't really have a chance to have ruby-eyed whites, but this one's looking kind of pink. I don't know. Woo! It might be. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. We're not quite there yet, apparently. Yeah. These guys should be nice and big because since there's only 3 of them, they're growing pretty well. They got stained because they got wet. It was about 4 days ago, and this is something you have to watch. The straw will draw damp in the weather, and it may, like this is in a barn, but just because of the humid air and the massive rains, it will cause it to feel damp and get the kits wet. So sometimes you gotta just make sure it, like this, it may look dry, but when you get your fingers in it, it can feel wet. So that's something to always watch for. All right, Brooke's litter is 48 hours old and they're doing really well. There's the little guy. Whoop, easy. And surprisingly, I think because there's only 4 of them, come on now. He's not, like there is a little bit of dehydration lines here, but he's still got a belly of food. Like you can kind of see it bulging there on the side a little bit. So he's getting fed, like he's able, yeah, there it is. He's holding his own. You can see it more here. Maybe. Hold on. He's holding his own with these big guys, which is kind of surprising. Oh gosh. Anyways, I'm trying. You can kind of see it bulging a little bit. There we go. So he's getting food, which is kind of a miraculous situation when that one is so tiny. And look at this one. This is the monster in the whole litter. I'm kind of not sure if that's a blue or if we've got another color going on here, which would be really fun to see. Gotta watch out. They'll take a leak when they feel like it. But this one will be a really pretty one. But either way, yeah, I'm surprised that little guy is still doing so well. But they're growing nice and big. I love the Charlie markings. This happens when you breed two broken blanket patterns together. So both mom and dad, like, where are we at? They're this one. They're both more like this one. And then, so when you breed 2 broken blanket patterns, you get the Charlies, which are the spotted ones. All right, they are 3 days old. Let's see. There's the big one. Easy. This little guy is still getting fed well though. That's quite the belly. Still not growing, I mean, compared to the other 2. Quite the difference. But he's hanging in there. I am really curious what this one's gonna be. That color, I mean, it might be a blue. It's a little bit softer though, to me. We'll see. All right, let's see. Do we have eyes even close to opening yet? Let's see. You guys might have to be encouraged to come out and about a little more. One thing we want to watch for is that the eyes don't get stuck together because they should be open by now. Because if they have no reason, open them, they can get stuck together and get eye infections and all kinds of things like that. So we have to check those out. Hello. Are you gonna come visit? Yeah? Alright, so this is what we ended up doing with the feeders. We've got 2 more on that half of the cage too. Spacing it apart enough to where they can't like sit on this one, eat out of this one kind of thing. So look, I had this one in there like that for a little while. And so they would sit in one and eat in the other. And this has, for some reason, keeps them from digging it out much less than using a J feeder. So obviously they still crap in it sometimes, and we might spread this one out more over here. But the bigger they get too, the more it's gonna slow them down. So this is 6 weeks old, so they're about 2 hands full. So they're significantly bigger than they've been, which is nice. So those bad habits will start to stop. Yeah. All right, it's time for a nest change for these guys because it's not smelling super great, but they're only 5 days old, and I usually don't like to do it right away, but they're still afterbirth in there sometimes and stuff like that. So I wait a little bit, and then what I'm gonna do, she pulled a ton of fur, which was great, but we're starting to get 80-degree days soon. So I'll take and put the hole in the same spot roughly in the new box that I'm using, and then put the fur that's on top in the hole. Gentle, be very gentle, Weston. Slow down. Don't squeak. No, don't screech. You gotta be gentle. Watch. Pet gentle. All right, we're gonna take them out. And we're gonna put them in their new box. Okay? Yeah. There we go. Get them together so they learn where to stay. Here's the chunker. Definitely, that one is not having any issues eating. Yep, there's the last one. Let's see. I'm thinking this one probably gonna be a blue. Yep, there's no light belly, so probably a blue. All right, we're just gonna get a little bit more fur from here. Put it here so Mama thinks it's her nest, smells herself on it. All right, now we're gonna put them up and then we're back with Mama, okay? Gentle, gotta be easy. All right, they'll work it out.